Hello everyone, I am Dr. Godanda Raman. In this section we are going to discuss with weights and stationary problems. Look at this problem. Show that the random process x of t equal to a cos omega t plus theta is weights and stationary, where a and omega are constant and theta is uniformly distributed on the interval 0, 2 pi. And weights and stationary are WSS process. Two condition. One is expectation of x of t equal to constant, and the second condition autocorrelation function or xx of tau a function of tau. These two conditions satisfied, the given function is WSS. It's a weights and stationary process. First of all, here a omega constant, theta uniformly distribution. So what is a uniform distribution? Uniformly distributed, the interval given 0, 2 pi. Generally uniform distribution function f of x equal to 1 by b minus a less than x less than b. This is a form of uniform distribution. Here the interval is given 0, 2 pi. Now consider a 0, b 2 pi, and the function is nothing but theta. Theta is a random variable, therefore f of theta equal to 1 by 2 pi minus 0, 0 to the theta interval up to 2 pi. So therefore f of theta value 1 by 2 pi, the range 0 to 2 pi. Now to prove first condition, the first condition is nothing but expectation of x of t. See, generally what is the formula to calculate mean? This is a continuous, because uniform distribution, when the limits is given, interval is given, it's a continuous random variable. Therefore general formula for finding the mean expectation of x, integral x f of x dx. Here theta is a random variable, therefore expectation of theta is nothing but integral theta f of theta into d theta. This is a formula to calculate expectation of x of t. Now expectation of x of t value, expectation of x of t a cos omega t plus theta. Now to consider the whole term a, the whole term you consider theta. Therefore now integration of the limit 0 to 2 pi a cos omega t plus theta f of theta into d theta. Substitute f of theta. What is the f of theta? 0 to 2 pi a cos omega t plus theta, f of theta 1 by 2 pi, because theta is a uniform distributed, the range 0 to 2 pi. Now a 2 pi constant, therefore I am going to take out a by 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi cos omega t plus theta into d theta. Now integration, generally integration of cos ax dx equal to sin ax by a. The variable x means the x coefficient, x near whatever the value, consider constant, the constant after the integration to write in the denominator. Now here theta is the only the variable, other values are constant. Therefore when I integrate this term a by 2 pi, then sin omega t plus theta by the theta near, the theta coefficient, whatever the value, only to write denominator. Here theta near value 1, theta near 1, therefore by 1, 0 to 2 pi. Now substitute upper limit minus of lower limit, where to substitute? Only in terms of theta. So sin omega t plus 2 pi upper limit minus lower limit omega t plus 0. Therefore, a by 2 pi. Now, to expand this sin a plus b formula. So, what is a sin a plus b? This is a sin a plus b is nothing but sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So, this is a formula. Therefore, here to expand the form, a by 2 pi sin a sin omega t sin a cos b cos 2 pi plus cos a cos omega t sin b sin 2 pi minus sin omega t. For here, cos 2 pi value, cos 2 pi 1, sin 2 pi 0. Therefore, a by 2 pi sin omega t cos 2 pi 1 plus cos omega t sin 2 pi 0 minus sin omega t. Therefore, a by 2 pi sin omega t, the whole term 0 minus sin omega t. Now, sin omega t minus sin omega t to cancel this two term. Therefore, the value a by 2 pi 0. 0 into any term 0. Therefore, expectation of x of t, the 0 constant. The first condition satisfied. Now, to prove the second condition, autocorrelation function or xx of tau. The or xx of tau autocorrelation function is nothing but expectation of x of t plus tau. Therefore, substitute x of t value a cos omega t plus theta. This is a x of t value. This is a x of t. Then t plus tau. The t plus tau is not given. Therefore, where the t to replace t plus tau? A cos omega t here to replace t plus tau plus theta. Therefore, now to multiply expectation of a cos omega t plus theta and then here a cos omega t plus omega tau plus theta. Now, to multiply this term, expectation of a square cos omega t plus theta cos omega t plus omega tau plus theta. So, now you consider the whole term, just consider the whole term theta, the whole term, this whole term to consider theta. Therefore, expectation of theta is nothing but E of theta. Expectation of theta integral over 0 to 2 pi and then whole term theta. Therefore, a square cos omega t plus theta cos omega t plus omega tau plus theta. Now, whole function to consider theta into f of theta d theta, because whole term expectation of x is integral x f of x dx. Now, substitute f of theta value 0 to 2 pi a square cos omega t plus theta cos omega t plus omega tau plus theta f of theta 1 by 2 pi into d theta. Now a square 1 by 2 pi constant I am going to take out a square by 2 pi 0 to 2 pi cos omega t plus theta cos omega t plus omega tau plus theta into d theta. Now I am going to integrate this term, but the term is in product. Therefore, try to convert this product into any possible addition or subtraction. Therefore, we have the formula cos A cos B. The formula is nothing but 1 by 2 cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So this is a formula for cos A cos B. Cos A plus B cos A minus B. Now to consider the whole term A, the whole term A, the whole term B, full term A and the full term B. This is a A and this is a B. Now cos A cos B, A plus B, a square by 2 pi 0 to 2 pi. Now I am not integrate, I am just simplifying the term. 1 by 2 cos A plus B cos omega t plus theta A plus omega t omega tau plus theta A plus B plus cos A minus B plus cos A minus B into d theta. Now to combine this term omega t to combine, theta theta to combine, then omega t minus omega t cancel, theta minus theta cancel. Therefore 1 by 2 I am going to take out a square by 4 pi 0 to 2 pi cos 2 omega t plus omega t 2 omega t plus omega tau plus 2 theta plus cos of minus omega tau into d theta. Cos of minus x equal to cos x. Cos of minus x equal to cos x. Therefore, a square by 4 pi 0 to 2 pi cos 2 omega t omega tau 2 theta plus cos omega tau into d theta. Now the product it's converted into addition. Now direct to integration, cos theta is only the variable, other term consider constant, so this is a only variable, but the second term no variable, therefore cos omega tau consider constant. A square 4 pi, when I integrate this term sin 2 omega t omega tau 2 theta by theta near value, the coefficient value write in the denominator by 2 plus cos omega tau constant, therefore t theta only theta cos omega tau 0 to 2 pi. Substitute upper limit and then lower limit. Where to substitute? Where theta to substitute. A square by 4 pi sin 2 omega t omega tau plus substitute 2 pi, 2 into 2 pi by 2 plus 2 pi cos omega tau. This is upper limit minus of lower limit 2 omega t omega tau plus 0 by 2 minus 0. Upper limit minus of the lower limit. For this term, see sin a square by 4 pi sin 2 omega t plus omega tau plus 4 pi, and then should write 1 by 2 here, then plus 2 pi cos omega tau, cos omega tau. Omega tau minus 1 by 2 sin 2 omega t omega tau. So now to expand this form, if you are writing x plus some 4 pi, to write in terms of sin x plus 4 pi is sin x, or to expand as usual, to consider the whole term a, this term b. So the whole term means this term a, this term b. Therefore sin a plus b sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. To expand this using sin a plus b formula, therefore a square by 4 pi 1 by 2 sin a means 2 omega t plus omega tau sin a cos b cos 4 pi, then plus cos a cos omega t plus 2 omega t plus omega tau sin 4 pi. So this is a substituted formula. Then plus 2 pi cos omega tau minus 1 by 2 sin 2 omega t plus omega tau. Now see cos 4 pi value, cos 4 pi 1, this term cos 4 pi 1 sin 4 pi 0. Therefore a square by 4 pi 1 by 2 sin 2 omega t omega tau, then this term 1 plus 0 into any term 0 plus 2 pi cos omega tau minus 1 by 2 sin 2 omega t plus omega tau. Now to cancel this two term plus minus, therefore a square by 4 pi into 2 pi cos omega tau. Now cancel this pi and then 2. Therefore a square by 2 cos omega tau, or xx of tau is nothing but a function of tau. So two condition, one is expectation of x of t constant, then autocorrelation function of tau. Therefore x of t is WSS process. It's a wide sense stationary process, is a WSS process. Thank you.